What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, your girl LiaLeigh. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I do want to thank everybody so much. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I'm Leah, and if you are returning, it is so good to see you again. Thank you so much. So today I am clearly going to be sharing the best ways, the best practices to choose and determine what products you guys are going to be using in your back bar. This is a very popular question that I receive all the time, and to the people that I have answered back to, I always say one thing: research. So before we get into this video, I just want to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in with me, everybody. And release, release out. Okay, good. Thank you for doing that with me. Now let's go ahead and begin. First and foremost, I do want to give a very big thank you to Verano Hill Jewelry Company for gifting me these beautiful pieces. Thank you so much. I absolutely love them. I'm wearing them like every single day. These bracelets, these pieces are truly beautiful, and they make me feel expensive and luxurious without having to spend like a hefty price tag on these products. And you guys, discount code, y'all know I got you. Discount code is going to be down below in the description. All the details, any and everything, you guys, is going to be right there for you. Thank you so much. Let me show off these pieces right now to y'all while they're actually on. Let me get up close so I can really show y'all like the detail. Really nice, luxurious, without having to spend the huge price tag, right? So thank you so much for that, Verano Hill. And let's go ahead and jump into this video, you guys. So I have my notes in front of me on my laptop, of course, because I do not want to miss or skip any important detail, and I don't want to go too far left when, you know, discussing what I'm going to be sharing and getting off track. So my first tip, you guys, is to research. How to choose products as an esthetician. You need to do your research. Of course, when we're in school, they teach us how to use the products on hand that may come with the kit, that may come just with the school products, or whatever the case may be. They are going to teach you specifically about those products that you have, that you're practicing with on hand in the classroom. So the first thing a lot of estheticians are so confused about is, does this protocol necessarily pertain to every single brand? No, it doesn't. Simple answer, no. And you know what? I don't know if your instructors teach you that or not, but it is really important that you understand one size does not fit all when it comes to skincare. It's just forget everything that you learned in school about those products. And when you come into the real world, the working world, the hands-on world of aesthetics, it's a whole different practice, a whole different mode and thinking process. If you are interested in maybe trying out a product, maybe learning more about a specific brand, make a student account. You'd be surprised what brands offer student accounts, what you can purchase and still receive like a student partial discount, just like us. Like, you know, of course we receive these products at an extreme discount because we're professionals, we retail, we need back bar, all of that good stuff. And so make a student account with whatever brand you're thinking about. Even if you don't necessarily work with that brand, you don't bring that brand into your spa, that is perfectly fine. I know like 20 plus accounts, because when I was starting out, I had no clue who I was going to work with, what I was going to buy into. And you can't buy into these accounts unless you make an account. Like, you know, you can't purchase into these brands unless you make an account with them. So if you're a student right now, it's best to go ahead and start making a student account. If you're an active esthetician, make an account. It's free. All they require is, if you're a student, your student information. If you're an esthetician, They just require your license number. Now, some companies require a minimum. That is going to be an important thing to know, whether the company does or the company doesn't. For the most part, that information will be up in the forefront when you create an account. And if it isn't, once you do create an account, typically a representative from like the local area will reach out to you and let you know how it goes. If you have any questions, you can reach back out to that person via email. And if they require a minimum, typically you have to make the purchase through that representative first, and then you can continue to make purchases through your through online, like your professional account. That's how some companies work. Some companies you can just purchase right through their website. You still may have a minimum. For the companies that don't have a minimum, it's pretty much like you can just go for it. If for whatever reason when you're online and it's not letting you purchase, there may be a minimum or there may be a requirement that you purchase through the representative first. So just make sure if you have any questions to ask that representative first. Now, if they do require for you to have a minimum purchase, you need to make sure you are ready to inquire about making a purchase through that company, because these people are, working people, business people, and they don't have time to lose or time to waste on a person who's like, I don't know, how much is it? Now, I'm not saying that they won't work with you. Be honest about maybe what your budget is. That's okay. And if it's not a good fit, that's okay. Just move on and maybe you can come back to that company later. But don't just be playing around if you're still a student and you know that you're not serious about making any inquiries about spending a couple $100s to $1,000 or more about buying into a line. Make sure you're serious so you can be taken serious. You have all your business information that they may require and so forth. Now, purchase sample sizes. This is something that I really recommend if it is possible through the company, and if it's not too pricey, because sometimes these companies be a little pricey on their samples. And so it kind of just wouldn't make sense, especially if the samples are more like a single sample versus like a sample of the line together. Now, one company that we all know about if we're professionals who do like the samples all together is SkinScript RX. They do a wonderful job at allowing professionals to try their main products and, kind of making your own move on how you want to go next and what products you want to buy into and what products you don't want to buy. Now, most companies, they do sell samples singularly, like cleanser sample sizes of this product, moisturizer sample sizes of this product, and it's like one product for like 10 samples. So you kind of have to just make your own decision on that, on how you want to try the products out. That is something that I always recommend as well to estheticians, new estheticians, more importantly. Experienced estheticians, of course, we kind of have our own way of doing things. You kind of really know, how you work, how you don't do, what you want to do, So for new estheticians who aren't aware of maybe the ingredients in a line, how it may feel, the tingle, the effect, whatever it is, I always recommend for estheticians to try out a product on themselves prior to trying it on a client. Do not make your clients your test dummies. Make yourself your own test dummy. It's not fair for you to try something on a client, you not knowing how they may react, you not knowing how the product works, you not knowing how the product feels, the texture, the smell. It just doesn't really make any sense for you not to know the product and then you to put it on someone else's face. Do the right thing, try it on yourself. If you're not comfortable trying it on yourself, don't put it on anybody else's skin. Simple as that. Don't do it. When it's time to make your big order, your big back bar order, or your retail order, but more specifically your back bar, make sure that you have a complete line. Don't have a little bit from here, a little bit from there, picking from here, picking from there. You want to make sure that you have a full protocol for your facial treatments for every client. Now this means no, you don't have to have the entire line, but make sure that you have the products to be able to perform a facial on a pregnant mommy to be, on a male client, on a teenage client, on an acne client, you know, on a sensitive client, on an aging client. You want to make sure that you have something for everybody. You know, if you need a treatment, make sure you have that for that person, because if you don't, it kind of defeats the purpose of being able to treat their specific needs. And that's what we do as an esthetician. That's something to keep in mind. Make sure it plays a part in your budget. Make sure you're not overspending, and just make sure you know the products as well. Once again, another tip is once you receive your back bar products, try them on yourself slowly. And I'm not saying do a facial, okay, this works. Do a facial, okay, this works. No, I'm saying really get into it, just how you would like your clients to trust you with their skin. You need to be able to know what is going on. What is the chemistry of these products? Why do they do what they do? What is the ingredient knowledge of your products? And these companies, y'all, the skincare companies are here to help us. They have all of the information on their websites, so just look for it. And if you are not able to find it, that's what the representatives are for. They are here to help us. If you have any questions, email them. They have emails on their websites for professionals only. They will get back to you as quick as they can. For me, whenever I have had to reach out to any rep, they email me like literally within an hour, if not sooner. All you have to do is ask questions, try the products out, make sure you know the products, practice with the products, really dig deep. This line of work, we already know it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes practice. And with all of that, you guys, you're gonna be like the best esthetician ever. I just want to pump y'all up to know that it's a lot of work, you guys. It really is, but it's not so much work to it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta do that. If you feel like that, you are in so much trouble. You may be in the wrong line of work. So just take it a day at a time. This is what I tell everybody. Take it a day at a time. Nobody knows everything in a week, in a month, in a year, in a few years. No, this is a line of work we all know is continued education, continued knowledge, continue, and never ends. And you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Now, let's talk about if you are going to get into chemical peels. This is another line of business. This is another line of chemistry and product knowledge. We all know this. And if you're going to get into peels, I highly suggest that you know your peels. You know if they are self-neutralizing, if they're not self-neutralizing. Do you need a special solution to neutralize them? Maybe like baking soda and water. Do they neutralize just with cold, with water and gauze? Do you just need to wipe it off? Is this something that your client can leave out with and they have to take it off within like a couple hours? What is it? You need to know all of these things. You need to know the chemistry of your chemical peels and on what Fitzpatrick can do what. I just recently had somebody ask me a question in my comments about wanting to further her education in, Dr. Fitzpatrick's. That is an awesome question and an awesome way of thinking in this line of work, because I don't think a lot of fair-skinned estheticians consider that. To answer that question, I did answer her back in the comments. I let her know that I would highly recommend her doing an advanced course, maybe locally or online. There are a ton of options online. An esthetician from North Carolina, she's an experienced esthetician. She is a woman of color. Her name is LiaLeigh. And I highly recommend anyone who wants to further their education, their experience in Dr. Fitzpatrick's, to check her out. Simply put, just look at her social media, see what she's about, read up on her. Don't get to sending people a whole bunch of DMs, y'all. I am very kind, offering to answer comments, answer DMs, answer emails. Please don't DM me, by the way. I kind of limited answering DMs, but I do that out of the kindness of my heart. Everybody doesn't do that, so do your research on people as well. Not saying that she doesn't, but I'm just saying, don't let that be your first approach. Like, oh, I have a question. How can I do this? Like, do your research, because this whole entire line of work is going to be based on how badly you want it and what you're going to do to get to where you want to be. Also, with all of your products, a very, very, very good thing to keep in mind is contraindications. This is a word that for me, I had no clue what this word meant before school, and you really have to put this word into work once you're finished and once you're in this line of work, for real, y'all. So you really want to know what products are contraindication to your clients, and chemical peels as well. Who can do a chemical peel? Who cannot do a chemical peel? If you have a client that may be, in an ongoing battle with maybe some type of cancer, whatever the situation may be, you need to know what they can have on their skin and what they cannot have on their skin. Wrapping this video up, y'all, I think this is probably like a top 3 question. What products should I start with? I'm a new esthetician. Where should I start? How many? Whatever, you know, all of that. I understand. I was there, y'all. I was there. I took my time. I knew my budget only could carry me maybe one product at a time, meaning one product line. Everybody knows, if y'all have watched my videos from the very beginning, I started and still use Image skincare. I slowly added on Skin Script RX and Lyra Clinical. I use 3 different skincare lines in my spa. That is not the deal for everyone. Some people are exclusively only using maybe one product, or maybe 1 or 2, maybe. So maybe like within a year or 2, I may limit that down to maybe 1 or 2, or just, you know what, it doesn't matter, you know? So it's just kind of like whatever floats your boat. If you want to dabble in some products, see how your clients are reacting to these. Okay, great, we're having great results. Okay, maybe let's use this a little bit more exclusively. But you won't know that until you're actually in business, you're working. Some time is going past where you're able to get your clients on a regimen. And they're coming in routinely for their monthly services, or, you know, bi-weekly services, however they're needing to come in, as well as a home care routine. Now, this is going to be really important, because you're not really going to see any results. Your clients aren't really going to see any results unless there's consistency. You don't have to have 2, 3 products, y'all. Y'all can start out with 1. You're going to be great with 1. So that is my answer. That is my answer to how many products do I need. Start with 1. You're one esthetician. You have 2 hands. Start with that. Learn the ingredients. I cannot push that enough on new estheticians and experienced estheticians that may feel like their career has somehow become stagnant and they're no longer seeing results. Another thing is, a lot of estheticians are always like, you know, I post a lot on Instagram, y'all, when I'm in my treatment room. I post products. I post what I may be using at whatever time randomly. And I have questions about, oh, do I mix this together? Do I mix that together? Please stop. Unless you know your products, do not try to cocktail. Do not try to mix products. That is a learning thing. I don't even know what to call it. It's just a learning. You have to learn your ingredients to know what goes what together. And I don't want to seem like I'm being hard, but this is a serious line of work. If you do not know what you're doing, you will hurt somebody. And then you're going to be looking like, oops, I seen somebody else mix it together, so I thought it would work. No, don't do that. So take your time, learn your company, learn what you're using. They have tons of free education on their websites through the company itself. Take the time to learn the products. Take the time to, you know, educate your clients on the products. Cocktailing and mixing products together is like an art. It really is. You really have to know what goes together and what doesn't, what 2 ingredients or 3 ingredients may cancel out each other. and not be effective at all. So take your time, Esties. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon, you guys. Especially if you want to have longevity in this line of work. Be patient. A lot of y'all are rushing and trying to, I want it done now, I need it done now, I need to do this, I need to do this, what is the best, what is the best, I need to get this. If you don't have the education, you don't know how to work the products. Take your time, okay? I love y'all. And until next time, I'll see y'all on the next video, you guys. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what video y'all want to see next. And I will see y'all later. I love y'all. Bye.